This is Team with Veritas and welcome back to the channel. I have a full breakdown of the BERG Sports the MANTA right in front of me. This will be the first bag in my lineup of bag reviews that are less than $100. I'm hoping to have a section of reviews for $100 or less. And this particular bag retails at $69.99 at BERG Sports. I believe it's BERGDisports.com is the website. I'll have it in the link in the description below. So per usual, I'll go over the overall exterior of the bag, interior of the bag, and then I'll fill it up and show you guys how it looks on my back and give you my overall thoughts and opinions and who I think this bag is great for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the bag. Alright, so the MANTA is actually the name of a ship of an initiative that is going to start in 2025. This is the ship that will go around the sea and collect anywhere from, I believe, 1 to 3 billion tons of plastic from the ocean and recycle it. So BERG Sports have decided to make a bag that is out of recycled plastic bottles. I believe this bag takes 15 plastic bottles to make in terms of the exterior material. Those plastic bottles, when they are broken down and recycled, gives you 900D rPET, which is what this exterior bag is made of. I've had people touch this bag. I've had people feel this bag. I've had my girlfriend do a blind test in touching the material on this bag along with other bags that are way more expensive than this bag. And to my surprise, she actually prefers this material over the 1000D Cordura, the 500D Cordura, or any of the other smooth materials of bags that are twice the price of this, up to 4 times the price of this, and she prefers this material in a blind test. I can definitely understand why she prefers that, because the 900D rPET is 900 denier recycled polyester. And it is basically, it feels like very heavy duty Cordura. And I can't even describe to you on video of this material. Like if I'm going to try to open it up and crunch it near my microphone so you guys can understand how tough this material feels and how firm and rigid, but at the same time it still feels like comfortable, smooth fabric on a product. So that is to start off with the material, and I think that's one of the highlights of this bag, is that from recycled plastic you get very durable material. I don't know if there's a DWR coating on this. I did not see that on BERG Sports website. But anyways, so the bag, starting from the top here, we have a very simple design. Just a reminder, this is a $69 bag, okay? For 70 bucks you get very high quality material, very high quality zippers. I believe the zippers are SBS zippers. They've been around for, I want to say, 50 plus years. I will correct that if I'm wrong. But if they've been around for quite some time, they are probably either the top 3 in terms of zipper companies. YKK is a Japanese company and SBS is a Chinese company, but this company has done very well for themselves as a zipper company. So at the top here we have a handle that's made of the same 900D rPET. We have a mesh material underneath it, a very soft mesh material, and most bags in this price point is going to have a very similar handle just like this. It functions very well. It's got a barn door stitching to make sure it doesn't fall off. It's got 2 D-rings, and these D-rings are probably one of the most gnarliest D-rings I've ever seen on a disc golf bag. And then moving down from there, we have that same SBS material zipper that I talked about. This is, I believe, water resistant. I believe SBS does make waterproof zippers if you wanted to. I think it's a little bit more gnarly and a little bit harder to unzip and not as smooth. These zippers are actually pretty smooth for what they are, and they're not as smooth as the ones I've used on other bags that are YKK, but they are nice for a bag that is $70, okay? And then it is mated with the 900D rPET at the flap right here. You open that up, you have a nice interior. It doesn't feel cheap, but it also doesn't feel super premium, and you're not going to expect that from a $70 bag. So just a reminder, this is not a bag that I normally review on this channel, And so this is my first time reviewing a bag that is not considered premium, but at the same time, I have used bags that are $30 to $40, and definitely this is premium feeling. I have another core bag that is retails for $70, and I think this material feels more premium. I even had my girlfriend blind test that bag compared to this, and she prefers the material on this bag. This pocket at the top to hold your putters is very, very big, actually. You can actually probably fit the hoodie. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now because I don't know how else to explain it to you besides stuffing a hoodie at the top. So as you can see, this is a medium size, very thick winter hoodie, and it fits beautifully at the top pocket. So the top pocket, you can put putters. I've had upwards to 5 putters up here, 5 putters and a driver up here, so it does hold very well. And then moving on from there, we have a Velcro strip that you can actually go ahead and customize and put your patches there. Moving down from there, we have a main compartment with a Velcro strip underneath the slap, this flap here. This Velcro strip mates with another Velcro strip that sits underneath this putter pocket. And again, these zippers are water resistant. It's got a very nice zipper pull on them. You can't really miss them, and they really don't slip out when you're trying to use them. I have yet to find any major stitching issues. Only like one minor stitch sitting back here, but it's just, you know, it's a minor nitpick, nothing big deal. It just needs to be cleaned up. It's not coming off by any means, not loose by any means. I haven't found any loose stitch on this bag yet since I've been using it. Interior main compartment, it's just one big cavernous pocket. The bag does come with a kind of like cardboard material at the bottom, but nothing heavy, with a little bit of foam at the bottom. But it does not have any of those cardboard on the sides, which makes the bag very light and very malleable. The side pockets are foam. I'm sorry, the side panels are made of foam, so it's very lightweight. And I'll go into details as to what effect that has when you're on the course later on. Moving down from there, we have this same 900D pet material at the bottom here, and it's at the bottom. It's a soft bottom. It's the only rigidity it has is this flap right here that you see here. It kind of folds down like that, but nothing crazy, no rails or anything that you see at the bottom at all. The logo of BERG Sports itself is actually embroidered, which is one of my favorite things about this bag, and I think this is the first time I've seen a disc golf company do this, and I really dig this embroidery, and I think it gives the bag a more premium feel and a more premium look. I don't know what the cost of it being done like this, but I think if more companies did this, it would be amazing. And then moving on from there, we are going to go to the sides. The first side pocket is you have this big pocket with a grommet on the bottom, the drain hole grommet. And then the material again is that same 900D RPET. And then you have a cinch cord right here with a kind of like a 200D or possibly 400D, probably 200D material at the top here, just to kind of hold the bottle. And you can cinch this down depending on how big the bottle is. Very simple design, nothing crazy there. Moving on from there, we have a small pocket with the same water-resistant zipper. They did not skimp out on the zippers on this bag. Like, all the zippers are of the same quality material regardless of what pocket it's sewn to. This pocket is small. It's not the biggest pocket in the world, but it is small enough for you to put either a dry bag or a mini and zip it down. This right here, this strap is to help hold a stool or umbrella. What you'll do is you'll feed the stool umbrella through this water bottle hole, and you feed it through this strap right here, and you cinch it down so you can actually use it to hold a stool or umbrella on this bag. Moving to the other side, we have a mesh pocket right here. I've been using this mesh pocket to either put my rangefinder or just kind of stuff my towel in here so I can have easy access. And then moving down from there, you have a big pocket on the bottom right here with the same zipper as the other side. It's just one big cavernous pocket, again, lined with that same 900D material. And then the interior is lined with the 200D just to give it a little bit more silk finish. And I've been using this pocket to hold my wallet, my keys, and extra towels, extra socks on this, because right now we're in the middle of winter still, and I still sometimes run into muddy, icy slush. This bag, at the back of this, does have a secret pocket over here. This is where I've been putting my phone. So my wallet and keys go into this pocket, and my phone's been going to here. It's got the same zipper. It is easy actually to get the phone in and out, and my phone is is a S21 Ultra, and it fits in there with a thick case, no problem whatsoever. So that is a really nice feature to have on this bag here. Moving to the back of the bag, we have some barn storage stitching at the top. Just of note, there's no rigidity up here, so it's kind of malleable, as you can see up here. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Like when you wear it, this doesn't feel very rigid across the back of your neck, but at the same time when you sit it down, this does kind of do this. So just keep that in mind. I'll go over that later on in the video. We have the same 900DR pet, the same color as the rest of the bag instead of just your normal generic black, which I really enjoy seeing that on bags. And then we have the mesh, same mesh that's right here. Not the thickest straps in the world, but this is a $70 bag, and for what it is it does the job very well. And they are actually surprisingly pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. They're actually not as uncomfortable as I thought they would be for a non-premium strap bag. You got the same mesh that runs at the bottom here. Keeps the airflow. As you can see, this mesh does pick up a lot of burrs, so just keep that in mind. I don't know, I think most bags with these mesh will do that. There's nothing hard back here, so nothing will dig into your back or anything like that. There's no sternum strap or anything like that, because a bag this size, you're not going to carry enough items to make it so heavy that you'll need a sternum strap, which is what I found out on the course. And then the straps themselves are just right here, and they are, there's no like strap keepers or anything like that. But that is the overall of the bag. Let's go ahead and fill it up. All right, we have the bag loaded up here. I also have a 32-ounce water bottle right here. It might be more, I don't know, but this is a bottle that I got from my kids. And I've been using this, and it's a really big bottle, and it does fit in this bag. But what I want to demonstrate first is the stool strap here and the umbrella strap. For a $70 bag, it has a system that is similar to $200 bags. So that's just to tell you what has been thought out with this bag. There are bags that I've used that are $200+ that you'd have to get your own strap to tie your umbrella or your stool to a D-ring. So the fact that this bag came with it makes me very happy to see that. But if you're in a pinch and you're a beginner and this is your first bag you got as a gift, and you want to play your first tournament and you haven't had money to buy a new bag or bigger bag, you definitely can carry this bag with a strap here. Just know that you will lose your ability to hold your water bottle. And this bag is not meant to be is not made for tournaments. I mean, BERG Sports has other bags for tournaments that you can purchase, but if you're in a pinch, that's what this bag is there for. You definitely can hold a retriever along with the water bottle tucked together. I want to also point out that this strap comes with a snap, which I so love, because other bags I've used, you have to fiddle your little strap here and then put the clasp down. Whereas this is just a snap to get your stool in and out, and I think that's nice. And then you cinch it down so that it holds this in place. Now, if you have a smaller retriever, for example, which let me actually go ahead and demonstrate that for you. So for example, I have a retriever here. You can actually put the water bottle here, retriever here, take the strap with the snap on it, wrap it around like this, and that way you can hold the retriever in place. It's just not going to move. Like, look at this. And you can still use your water bottle. I think that is a cool feature on this bag. So yeah, so you definitely can certainly use this bag with multiple options here. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And now you can see the water bottle fits very nicely in here, and it's not a small sleeve. It's tall enough to hold the water bottle without it tipping over. So that's a nice feature right there. All right, moving on to the discs themselves. So right now, the top pocket right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 putters up here, 3 base plastic putters, and 2 premium plastic putters. Given how small this bag is, this pocket is huge. Now you can put this flap down and put your putters in like this. Okay, like that. So that way you can have easy access. I usually just leave the flap open because it doesn't really I just got used to using it with the flap open. I don't know why. I think it's just easier, to be honest, to get the discs in and out with the flap open. But if it bothers you, you can fold it down. The main compartment, I have it stuffed right now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 in the main compartment. And I can fit my fingers in here just fine. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mid-range, and the rest are fairway drivers and distance drivers. So you can see how many discs you can fit in here. So this bag can definitely carry. Now when you pull disc in and out, you are going to mess with this a little bit, but it's by no means a pain in the butt to pull it out. It is actually pretty simple to pull it in and out, okay? On the sides, maybe not so much, because you do get caught, you get caught right here on the ends here with the discs, with the disc in here. So you do get caught on the ends there. So just know that that's what's gonna happen. You pull out the middle, or just like towards the end a little bit, it's not so bad. But you kind of get the hang of it. I got the hang of it after a while on the course. If you happen to find a disc while you are on the course, just know that there's no side pockets for you to put your extra disc that you found while you're hunting for your own discs. So there's limited space in terms of discs, but right now there's 17 plus 5, so I still was able to fit 22 discs in this tiny little bag. It's a very simple design, it's very simple space management, so nothing crazy, nothing you have to like do rocket science with. All right, I want to go over some of the things I don't like about this bag before I put it on. So number one, this right here, on all of my premium bags, I get the option of where to put my water bottle. This bag, I don't have an option. It is sewn on this side, and I'm a right-handed person. Now, this could be a problem for the left-handed person too, and I realize this is like my own nitpick, but when I go to grab the strap, my elbow is always knocking this thing right here, like this. And I prefer my water bottle on this side away where my left hand would normally pull, because I usually lift with my right hand. And I do get that people who are right-handed dominant players, they usually want to pick up with their left hand to preserve their right arm. Except my brain isn't that smart, and it wants to pick up with the right every time because that's what I'm used to. So I keep getting knocked. So that's a nitpick. I understand that this bag is not something where you can just like have the luxury of doing that, but I don't really know what the solution would be. I think maybe the solution is put this on the left hand, on the left side here, on this side, or just move this up just a little bit, like away from the back, like sew it up here a little bit, so that way it gives me the option to put the bottle away a little bit. So maybe that's the best solution I can come up with for this bag, because there is some space right here, you know, like make a pocket like this, so it gives me the option to move the bottle up here. So that's just my nitpick on that one. The pocket up here, I would love for this to be just a tad bit wider, and I see some fabric right here, because what will happen is I see some extra fabric at the top right here. So if this fabric this right here would just run out just a little bit, just a hair, like a 1/4 inch, or even a 1/4 inch just wider, I can get these putters up here out much easier. Because what will happen is either do that or create a rigid point right here to kind of hold it up a little bit, to kind of hold this, because right now it slouches like this every single time. See, and it smushes down on my putters, so when I pull this out, it's kind of a pain. But if I get just a little bit of space right here, or just a little bit of like something like a bridge that goes across here, just a little bit, although I have to say it has to be like a foam thing, because this is really comfortable right here when I put it on. And so sometimes this will get caught if I pull it up too high up here, and I'm trying to get these down here are fine to get out. This one at the top, it kind of gets stuck. So just a hair, like a 1/4 inch on each side, would be perfect. As far as this soft part goes right here, what'll happen is when I set it down, it'll like do that. I'll do it from the side here. It doesn't tip over, but what it does is, the first time I used it, I freaked out because I thought it was going to tip over. It's only tipped over actually once. But that's because I really like put it on a slant and hit a rock or something. But like it tends to do this, so don't panic. It actually will not tip. It takes a lot for it to tip backwards. And the one time it tipped over is when I took a picture of it and made a joke that I was taking a nap. But yeah, so just know that if you have a full water bottle and you do that, it kind of does this teeter thing, like one of those toys for dogs, where it just kind of moves around like this. So that's something you get used to. I got used to it. I just stopped caring. I just plop it, and if it falls over fine. But when it falls over, this wide opening does not allow the disc to fall out, because the only way it falls is this way. It doesn't really fall this way. It's never even tipped towards this way. It just goes backwards. So it just kind of lays down and takes a nap like that. So that's one thing I noticed about this bag. But I think it's due to the less firmness of the sides. But the thing is, you get a very lightweight bag. And that takes me to the next part of the video, which is on the course. Oh my God, I have been enjoying this bag so much on the course because it's so light. I had my friend Stan, who's 5'10", tried it on, and he said it felt like a school bag, but it holds discs instead of books, and that is phenomenal. And he said it's so lightweight, and it's such a good disc, a good bag to use to practice with if you're trying to minimize or simplify your bag. And that's one thing, is that this is not as rigid, I think, and it causes it to kind of tip a little bit. And then when I pull it up, it bunches up, as you can see right here. It bunches up, and that might bother some people, but after using it for a while, it doesn't really bother me, because I end up enjoying it because it's just so lightweight. I forget all the other things that I had issues with. The opening right here, I think, again, it's kind of the same issue with the putter pocket. I think if we just make it like wide like this, I think I can get the disc on the end in and out easier. So if it's just like a ½ inch on each side opening, and then we get a wider opening at the bottom here, and then this bag would be perfect, in my opinion. It would be voila. Let's go ahead and put it on. All right, this is the part of the video where I put the bag on so you guys can see. So there it is. Again, no sternum strap or anything. I have it cinched down. I like to wear my bag very high up off my back. I don't like it dragging near my butt or my hips. I am 5'1" female, very short female. I don't have very broad shoulders, and I have a very short torso. I'm a short person in general. And this bag, I gotta say, this is what it looks like from the back. It looks like from the side, the front, and the side again. And I have to say, I've been enjoying this bag. It's just due to the fact that it's a small form factor. It's a lightweight bag. The materials feel premium and amazing. I feel like I'm not carrying around a cheap bag. Like, you know, some bags that are like, even around the same price point, you can kind of see some of the fabric stitching and some of the weave on the fabric has started coming off. And I have not seen that with this bag. So I'm pretty impressed with this bag, to be honest. So yeah, so that's what it looks like on my bag. It's very comfortable. I don't really feel like I need a sternum strap, because when I do put it on, it's so lightweight, and all the weight is kind of like up here towards my core, that I don't really feel the need that oh my God, I wish I had a sternum strap, because there's thing hanging out to the wide too wide, thing hanging out to the bottom too much, and it's just too much going on, that I don't feel that that's what I need, because I end up carrying I don't have a choice but to carry less stuff, which is fine, but that's the nature of the bag. I want to make a full disclaimer. This bag has been sent to me by BERG Sports. And Mike, I just want to let you know that this has been a fun review for me. I've enjoyed using this bag on the course. And this 900D pet material is phenomenal. I told you in the beginning, we did some blind tests, and surprisingly, the blind test chose this bag over the other bags of mine in my office that are $200 to $400. So if you make this material in your tournament bag, I would love to get my hands on that. Anyways, so yeah, huge shout out to you guys, and I want my viewers and my subscribers to understand how much I appreciate you guys, because without you I would not have this bag, and I would not have been able to explore the bag of this price range and this awesome material. So yeah, thank you so much for setting up the bag, and guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I comment below on any questions you might have. And I will get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, go out and get the BERG, the MANTA. All right, guys, so that is the MANTA by BERG Sports. My overall thoughts and conclusion are as follow. It is lightweight, it is compact, it is comfortable for the bag, for what it is. I love the fact that it can carry 22 discs. I love the fact that it can It is so lightweight, and I love the fact that I can just kind of like manhandle this bag because it's so light. Like there are times where I have the flap open and I miss a putt and I need to go to the other side. I just pick up the bag like this and I walk over there. I've even picked up the bag like this and walk over there. I've even done this and it's fine. Like it's so lightweight. I love that fact. Stability wise, I have already demonstrated that with you, but I'll do it again just to let you know. When you drop it like this, on grass, on slanted hills, things like that, just know that this bag tends to do this. Don't be alert. It's only fallen over on me once, and I've learned to live with it. So it is technically stable, but it looks unstable, if that makes any sense at all. Other thing, love these D-rings. Great, I don't have a towel with me right now to show you, but basically I normally have my towel here and then I tuck it in here. There's 5 putters in here in this pocket, and I can still put extra towels and extra items in here. That's how big in this pocket is. Speaking of this pocket, it holds 5 putters. There are bags that are $200+ that do not hold 5 putters up here. It can maximum maybe hold 4, and that's really, really, really tight. So just to give you an idea. There are bags that are of this caliber size that don't hold as many discs comfortably, and I think those of you who want a first bag, beginner bag that lasts 2+ years, this bag would be good for you. Especially if you don't want to break the bank, especially if you want to spend $100. Like the quality, the stitching on this is great. The zippers are great. And I know we all want YKK zippers, and but SBS has been around for quite some time now. I can't remember, it's 35 or 50 years, but it's been a long time that they've been doing zippers. And the other thing is that I do want to point out that if you were to take all these discs out and you put the bag down, because it's not rigid on the side walls, it will fall over with just the putters on the top. However, when it falls over, it just lays down like a stick in a nap, so the discs don't really fall out. I've never had discs falling out of this pocket at all. I have not had discs falling out of this pocket at all. So functionality, it functions really well as a lightweight bag. As a beginner bag, it's so good on the course. I love walking around with it. I love the fact that walking around with it, knowing that this bag is made of recycled products, makes me feel really good about myself. The other thing is that those of you who also want to have a sustainable product and who are very cautious about environmental impacts, this bag is really good for you then because of the recycled plastic materials that it's made out of. The bag itself is also recyclable, which is also a cool feature of the bag. So yeah, it holds water bottles, it holds everything you need, and I love the fact that it's so lightweight, it doesn't need a sternum strap, and yeah, that's my overall thoughts of the bag. There's some minor things that I've pointed out that I didn't care for, but I think those are fixable, whereas if a bag was made where it's not fixable or the solution isn't as clear cut, it's kind of tougher to recommend a bag. However, this bag is recommendable for those who want a quality bag, quality material, quality stitching, and able to carry so much stuff, so many discs in here. It's hard to not recommend this bag, to be honest. Especially after using it for 2 weeks, I just I get a smile on my face every time I go to grab it, because I'm like, this is such a lightweight bag that I'm not, having this thought of oh, I have to drag this bag around the course because 18 holes. No, I actually don't even worry about that. I'm not even concerned about dragging all my 22 discs around. So anyways, so yes, that is my overall conclusions of this bag. And last but not least, would I recommend this to my family? I absolutely would recommend this to my family, especially as a first bag. And I'm going to start recommending this to my friends who want a bag as a first bag that's less than $100. That is my overall review of the MANTA by BERG Disc Sports, or BERG Sports. My name is Ian, I am with Veritas, and I will see you guys the next time. Please consider subscribing. Links are in the description below, along with the weight and dimensions of this bag. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.